Hi everyone and welcome back to Farrand on Film. Today we're bringing you a review of Minions, The Rise of Gru, which we saw this morning.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do the usual spiel and then we'll get into what mainly Ruby thought of the film.
Yeah.
So Minions, The Rise of Gru is a 2022 American computer animated comedy film produced by Illumination, distributed by Universal Pictures. It's a sequel to the spin-off prequel Minions and the fifth entry in the Despicable Me franchise. Directed by Carl Balder, with Brad Ableton and Jonathan DeVal as co-directors, and features Steve Carell reprising his role as Gru and the Minions. Basically, I think everyone knows what it is.
Yeah, I've never seen it before.
Well, no, because this was the first time, wasn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
first time.
So you've seen, I think you watched the first Minions film.
With Nanny.
Probably.
Yeah, I've only watched tiny bit with Nanny.
And then I think we watched Despicable Me once. But you've never really been that bothered by it.
No,
but then when we were looking at what we could go and watch at the cinema,
yeah,
and our options were
Minions
or DC Super Pets.
I saw we picked Minions. That's what we watched it.
Because you weren't really bothered about Super Pets.
No, because I've never seen it before.
No, but I think
next year we watch that.
Next year.
Next year when we go to see
maybe next year. We might go next week. Yeah, we'll see. So, what happens in Minions?
Well, the Minions got a rock, and the Minion gave the boy the rock, and they switched the thingy to the boy, then he could keep it. And then the Minions try and get it, and then the boy got kidnapped by
Wild Knuckles. So basically, this sets the story of Gru.
And then there was a shark thing, and he was spinning around with a tactic thing in it.
Right. This sets the story of Gru, who we see in the Despicable Me films, and this is Gru as a kid, and he wants to join a villainous group called the Vicious Six. They kick Wild Knuckles out for one reason, which I don't know why he got kicked out, because someone decided they wanted to go to the toilet while that happened. So we didn't see that bit. Yes, you.
Me?
Yes.
Did I see that bit?
No, because you were in the toilet. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. And basically they're after a stone, something to do with the Zodiac. They end up getting it. The Vicious Six end up getting it. Gru goes to join the Vicious Six. They say no to him, so he steals the stone. And then because he's got the stone, Wild Knuckles then kidnaps Gru. That's basically what we get up to. But one of the Minions gets the stone first, doesn't he?
And then he steals. The boy steals the thing and switched.
Yeah, because he wants a pet rock instead, doesn't he? And then
the boy is angry at the Minion that's got the rock.
Yes, because he steals.
And then he goes and finds the thingy.
Yes, he steals the rock instead, doesn't he?
Yeah. Not the thingy.
Okay, so there were a couple of bits in this film where I laughed and you laughed. Which bits did you find funny?
I found the funny bit where the Minions. Well, when the Minions were flying in the airplane, and the Minion was in the toilet, and then the bottom showed up. That was funny.
So there was a lot of bums, weren't there? There was a lot of bum jokes. There was a lot of fart jokes, which I laughed at.
Me too.
There was a bit of kung fu where they did some training to be kung fu masters. Some of that was quite funny.
Yes.
But this is ultimately like they talk about the Minions. They talk about the Minions as a bigger group, but this is still Kevin, Stuart, and Bob with Otto there as well every now and again. It's a fine film. Like I think it kind of ticks the box. It killed a couple of hours for us today. Ruby, I asked you this for Zombies, and I asked you this for what was the other one? Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
Yeah, Sonic.
Right. Out of 10, with 10 being the best and 1 being the worst, how much would you give Minions?
10 out of 10.
Really?
Yeah.
But I don't feel like you enjoyed this as much as you enjoyed this one.
I enjoyed it because it's funny.
All right. So every film that we've reviewed so far, so Zombies, Sonic, and Minions, you've given 10 out of 10 for every one of them.
I given 10 out of 10.
Right.
I'm going to give all the films that we watched and then top, I'll give them all a 10 out of 10 because I think they're amazing.
They might not be though. I might find a really bad film.
What? Do you think you should give a 10 out of 10 or what?
I wouldn't give this a 10 out of 10. I'd give Zombies a 4. I'd give Sonic a 7. And I'd give Minions a 6.
But you were laughing at the bombs.
Yeah, I know, because that's just because it's silly and it's a bit funny, isn't it? But it's not the greatest film in the world, is it?
All the films and you.
Hey, I like plenty of films. Look at the posters. Like plenty of films. Mrs. Doubtfire, that's a 10 out of 10 film.
I love 10 and Hamilton.
Well, yeah, but that's not a film, is it? Really?
No.
No. Anyway, so.
And Ghostbusters.
Yeah, exactly. So you liked Minions then?
Yeah.
You enjoyed Minions.
I love it.
Not just because you got popcorn and buttons.
No.
No. We had very nice seats, didn't we?
Yeah, and there was a button to press up, and then there was a bit of a Trump noise when we pressed the button.
It made a bit of a Trump noise, didn't it?
And then we could just relax and button to fill.
So this was the View Manchester Printworks,
And I
which
love
has had
the chairs.
a bit of a refurb.
Yeah,
They're doing. I'm telling the people about the chairs. It's had a bit of a refurb, and they basically put recliners in all the screens from 2 to 7 so far on the first floor. They're working up and doing the second floor, and these are slightly different than the ones in the IMAX that they've got. The ones in the IMAX kind of you need to force it to push back to recline. These ones you get the little button on the side to send it up or down, and you get a nice table as well, don't you?
And you get a mini table to put your popcorn and your drinks in. And there's a cup holder to put your drinks in and your popcorn and your buttons. And
they're very big chairs. They're very spacious chairs.
Yeah, and you can relax on it, like you're pretending at your beach.
At the beach?
Yeah, pretending that you're at the beach.
Oh, right, very nice. So I don't know what we're going to do next. I don't know what talking we're going to do next. Yeah. I don't know what film we're going to watch next. We'll have to think of something that we can watch. Actually, Lightyear has just gone on Disney Plus, so we could watch Lightyear.
But I don't even know.
My phone's going off.
Oh.
It's okay. We can. Lightyear? No? Okay. Well, maybe you should watch Lightyear and then you might not give it 10 out of 10.
I'm trying to say something.
Go on then.
Maybe we could watch. I don't know.
This is what I've got to live with.
What is that?
What is that? Right. I'm just going to start saying bye then. Yeah? You want to say anything else on Minions?
Wait. We need to talk about when the bad guy turned to the animals.
No, because that's a bit of a spoiler. That's talking about the end again.
Oh.
Stop talking about the end of films. People have got to go see them. Right. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. This has been another Ruby Reviews because she's clearly enjoying these. So it's about going out and watching more stuff, which is good ultimately. But she needs to stop giving things 10 out of 10.
I do. I need to give all of them out.
Everything's not worth a 10 out of 10 though.
Shut up.
It's not.
Shut up.
Don't be rude. Right. Thank you very much again. If you want to help support the podcast, you can go over to Offload Tees and use the code Farrand. That's FARRAND for 15% off your order. You can follow us on Twitter at Adam Farrand and at Farrand on Film. Stay safe, look after each other, and we will see you next time. Do you want to say anything?
I love you.
Bye.